Hi, my name is Kiera Gibson. Today I'm going to be giving a persuasive speech on breastfeeding. I have been breastfeeding my daughter. I breastfed my daughter for 18 months, and it was the most beautiful experience ever. And the reason why that I stopped breastfeeding her was because I became pregnant, and so that my milk dried up, so I was not able to breastfeed her anymore. Many people have different perspectives on breastfeeding and why you should do it, when you should do it, how you should do it, and they're not very educated on it. When I found that I was pregnant with my daughter, I did research on top of research on top of research on what type of milk I was going to give her and how I was going to provide for her nutritiously. So during my research, I found that breastfeeding was the best route to go for my daughter and her well-being and brain development and nutrition and just the best thing for her. At first it was a very tough experience because of the type of labor that I had. My milk did not come in as soon as most women's milk do when they give a natural birth. I didn't have a natural birth for my daughter. um Through my breastfeeding journey, I have faced lots of discrimination because a lot of people don't think that that is something that you should do in public. They don't think that you should do it to let allow a toddler to breastfeed once they get teeth and can talk and to ask for it. I personally did not let the discrimination um scare me away from continue giving my daughter the best nutrients that she could get from me. So I will breastfeed her anywhere, anytime. Um, with breastfeeding, there are pros and cons. You know, your boobs get really big. I can't tell you that once you stop breastfeeding, they're going to go smaller because I had continued to breastfeed for so long and then I end up to become pregnant within my process of breastfeeding. So my boobs are still big. Um, Another pro is, another kind of breastfeeding is that you can get clogged milk ducts if you don't, you know, release the milk and have a routine in breastfeeding your child. A pro in breastfeeding is that your child will always have the correct temperature of milk. You won't ever have to worry about, oh, is this milk too hot, too cold? It will always be the correct temperature. You will also never have to worry about, oh, is my baby getting enough or is it getting too little, because your body will already know what type of feeding routine that your baby will need to um neutralize them. Um, my daughter loves to nurse. Even once my milk dried up, she continued to try to dry nurse. I wouldn't allow it for her because I started to have lots of contractions and stuff. So I like really had to stop the dry nursing. Um, Another thing that you have to worry about while breastfeeding is leaky boobs. Um, During the beginning of your breastfeeding journey, you will have lots of leaky boobs, but there are things that you can do to prevent that. You can use nursing pads, and the nursing pads will prevent from me having wet shirts and stuff. So that was something that I was like religious to when I first started breastfeeding my daughter. Studies have shown that breastfed children are more um I don't want to say mentally developed than bottle fed children that takes the like Similac or Enfamil, but studies have shown that these kids develop faster. Like for instance, my daughter, she started to walk at 7 months, and to talk, and she can identify numbers and colors, in which not just a little bit but not a lot, because she is talking only a little bit but not a lot, but I can point to things, and then she can uh show me that she is responsive, very responsive for her age, compared to the kids that she's been around that was not breastfed. um I wouldn't change my um I wouldn't change my option to breastfeed at all with my new kid. I am going to breastfeed her also, because I just feel like that's the best for her, and that I just don't understand why more women don't, move toward to breastfeed their kids, because as a human race, we are the only species that do not give our infants our own milk. Like, cows don't give their calves lamb milk, or lambs don't give their babies cow milk. So it's like I don't even give my kid now, regular milk, because she don't need it. It's nowhere that says that a kid needs milk to survive. So I don't drink it either. And I feel that she's very well developed, and breastfeeding was the choice that we made. And I just wish that more women would educate themselves on it, to know more about it, and then they will feel more comfortable doing it. Thank you.